Einarson, and the Canadian champions will pick up a win. It sure was the start that Team Canada was looking for. Draw one, a win over a very tough opponent. The Scottish champs followed that up with another win last night. Just one game today. Kerri Einarson faces Wang in China as the World Women's Curling Championship continues. Well, Calgary likes to think of itself as Canada's Sunshine City. Some 330 days of sunshine a year, and today is one of those days. Beautiful here in Calgary on this Sunday afternoon as we come inside the Wynn Sport Event Center and say hello, Canada. Welcome back. Day 2 coverage of the World Women's Curling Championship. Joe, Russ alongside. We'll hear from Kathy momentarily. Canada did not play this morning. In fact, they just played the one game today. Let's get you caught up on what did happen this morning. Nice bounce back for Sweden as they pick up a win. Japan looking very sharp. The U.S. off to a slow start, now dropped their second. And first time ever for an Australian team at a women's curling championship. And congratulations, Helen Williams, as they do pick up the win. There's your table, top of the standings, of course, the Canadians, and we still have 3 teams that are looking for their first wins. All right, let's talk a little about the Canadians and a really good day yesterday.
Incredible day. For the first time ever, they're starting with 2 wins under their belt. We know Kerri Einarson and company have had their struggles on this stage, but they looked incredible out there. Very, very calm.
And Japan tied at the top with them.
They may even look better at the moment. Switzerland, Korea, too, the pre-favorites for sure. And they didn't break a sweat beating both of them. They're looking really good.
Canada on the ice just once, and it's coming up right now against China. So let's go a little bit more in depth on Team Canada.
Will complicate the strategy. This young team's got all the shots from China, but can they get the rocks in the right spot and make the right decisions if it complicates down the center? Pressure up the middle. Kerri Einarson, she did it at the trials too. She scored 18 points, 9 of them are steals. That's unbelievable.
The Chinese team, well, they went 2-7 at the Olympics, and they've made some lineup changes.
Yeah, Wang is no longer skipping and throwing last. She is now skipping but throwing third, with Han throwing those 4th stones. So she has to figure out a way to skip the 4th rock thrower into what she wants to play. And middle, muddle, you want to junk up the middle, shrink that scoring area against Team Canada to put some pressure on this wonderful team.
Keys to the Game are brought to you by Scotties, Canada's #1 tissue brand and the official tissue of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts for 45 years. Well, it's been a lot of rebuilding for the Chinese after the pandemic. They shut down their program, and they're doing some of that building here, Kathy.
Well, this team was formed in September of 24. They took the 2 best teams in the country and they selected what they felt were the best 4. You referenced earlier, Vic, the 2-7 record at the Olympics. Very disappointed, but felt that maybe this young team needed some time. And what was the key? Finding the player on the team that can handle the pressure the best. They feel this switch is going to make the difference, but expect there may be more rotational changes if things don't go well.
It's time to meet the teams now. It's brought to you by Home Hardware, locally owned, genuinely Canadian Team Canada from the Gimli Curling Club, north of Winnipeg, skipped by Kerri Einarson and ably backed up by Carly Burgess, Shannon Burchard, and Val Sweeting. The Chinese, they hail from the Harbin Curling Club, the Ice City in China, and some others. They are skipped by Wang, who throws the 3rd stones. It's Han at the 4th, and the lead is Ji-ai Jiang and Ziki Dong at 2nd. Dong making her first appearance in the event. She was ill yesterday for the Chinese games. Canada has won the draw to the button and quite handily. So they will have last rock. They have the hammer playing the red stones. The Chinese will play the yellow. To get us underway, the Chinese lead is Ji-ai Jiang.
It's hard to predict this team from China. The form, the deliveries are on spot on. It's just a fantastic technique, all 4. But Pan-Continental, undefeated, 9 straight victories, 2 of them against Holman. So you think they're going to win a medal at the Olympics. They go to the Olympics 2-7. 6 spiels they qualified, 6 spiels they didn't. So it's which way is it?
And I think that's something that is pretty common when a team is in its infancy, is looking for that consistency. You know that they have all the tools and all that talent. It's figuring out how to put that together game in and game out. I was beyond impressed with them last year at the World Championship, coming out of that with a bronze. That got them their Olympic spot. But we all know that the trajectory to get to greatness is never a straight line.
Great little roll here, probably setting up a delayed corner situation for Canada. Wherever this stops, I think a corner will go up.
All the rules are similar, but for one minor rule is, yes, it's a 5-rock rule. Yes, it's 10 ends. You have to play a minimum of 6 at the Worlds. In Canada, we play 8. 38 minutes thinking time, 1 60-second timeout, and of course that no tip rule on the center line.
Yeah, just as you predicted here, Russ, they're putting up that delayed corner guard. So because of that 5-rock rule, if a team gets one decently placed in the top of the rings, you'll sometimes see the team with hammer play that hit and roll to the side. If the hit and roll back to the middle isn't made, you'll see what we're seeing now, which is the corner being placed.
Such a great low-risk call, and they didn't quite get that wide enough, but it's, you know, chance to get around the corner, nothing down the middle to bother Carrie Einarson on her last one.
Yeah, with where that Yellowstone ended up, Canada would have loved to have that guard a good 2 feet to the left. They could have utilized that stone to freeze to. Got caught a few times on that yesterday. So much swing to the middle. Looking at the broom right now for Team China, it's outside the edge of the 8-foot, but a little bit more gradual when you're heading to the wing. It's like the rock has to get off that center line before it really starts to make its move.
Be really long here, albeit on the line. It's hard to use this. Another great call here, going wide side. I just love to see this.
Yeah, I think you can lead with some extra here.
The reading conditions are so perfect all across the sheet. You know, unless you have frosty conditions, Shannon's going to have a wonderful guess on what this is going to do. Just a fraction slower than draw to the button speed. They should be able to drag the difference.
Yeah, the question for me here, though, is how much is this going to curl? We've seen tons of snap towards the middle.
Well, I had a chat with Mike Merklinger, one of the deputy ice chef, before the game, and they have something to contend with that they're not always used to. Often what we see at a Scotties or a Brier is the morning the ice is the coldest and probably the fewest people, and then as it builds as the day goes on to the night. At a World Championship in Canada, you see feast and famine. You see building full when Canada plays, and then it is empty, and so they have to deal with that. And he actually talked about, you know, we always talk about frost as being a bad thing, but actually you need a little bit of frost. Ice conditions can be too dry, and where they're counting on the humidity in this building is actually the people in the building breathing. That's where you get the humidity. So don't stop breathing in the booth.
I will keep my eye on that. Thank you, Kathy.
And if you hear a thump, it's my head hitting the desk.
But it's interesting that they count on the crowds to bring in the humidity from just breathing.
And the next few days are supposed to be very warm, getting upwards of 10, 16 degrees.
Look out.
Okay.
So Canada is sitting 1 for sure, maybe even 2 around the back edge of the 8-foot.
Kathy brings up a great point, because the microscopic scratches on the running edges of the rocks don't have anything to grab if there is no frost.
Such an interesting stat for Team Canada. 33% hammer efficiency. Not where they would want that to be. You want that between 45 and 55. But as you mentioned in the opening, Russ, they're just stealing all their points. Who needs hammer when half your points get scored on the steal?
You tell me, when you play with Holman, you know, how many times would you steal in a game? Once on average?
Yeah, it wouldn't be 50%, that's for sure.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
As we say, disappointing Olympics for them at 2 and 7. then in 22, these were two players were hooked up again. She threw the third stone for Yu Han, and there they went 4 and 5 in Beijing.
So good, Val. You got it.
Nice double there, though. Likely see a nose hit here from Val Sweeting, and then Wang will probably try to make a long hit and roll, try to group the stones and get out of this.
Whoa! Whoa! Curl! Curl! Clean! Curl! Keep going. Gotta go! Keep going. Hard, keep going. Hard.
Carly Burgess staying with it, and they'll
Nice.
roll it towards the center line to sit the 2, and they do have last rock here in the first.
You could throw soft weight at the top and kind of roll underneath or in front of that back one. So I think if you roll buried here, Joe, it's very chaseable. That long guard.
Yeah, I would argue that that guard really isn't in play, even if this is fully undercover, just because of how high it is.
Seventh World's appearance for Rui Wang. Last year a bronze medalist in Weijang Bu. Oh, get it going now. Boy, he's going to have to just try and hold it there. Oh, and they barely did. And they'll lose their shooter out the back.
A couple of costly over curls early for Team China.
Shannon's path, because it just looks hard. Even if you end up being here again, that's okay.
The center guard's so long, it kind of blocks Val's line to the corner.
This is similar.
I think even ideally.
This is similar to Shannon.
This is very similar to what I have
Yeah.
had. If anything, it's a little more, so be careful. You got it.
Well, could you not play the out turn on the right side of the of that long card
and over curl it?
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, you could do that. The two reds would be a little closer together than ideal.
Okay,
but you're right. This could end up in a similar spot.
Curl.
Did I say that out loud? He's right.
Yeah, first one of the season, though, Russ. So you're okay.
Thanks.
I was busy breathing over here.
Good spot.
well, we wondered you haven't heard from you in a while.
That's good.
I'm trying to make sure the ice stays good.
好，10秒。加油！10秒打甩。好，加油。
So many of the teams are familiar with Calgary, and in particular this building. Yu Han, as we get ready to play the fourth stones, was the skip here in the bubble of Calgary during the pandemic year. They went 6 and 7.
10秒，9秒5，9秒5，下线。加一，再下一点，插头，加一，再下。
And underneath, nope, doesn't get there.
这么直这边，还是
确实怕掉，没事是掉的。
Yeah. Nose probably plays.
Nose plays. Just it'd be hard for me to chase it if she rolls.
Well, I don't think. Yeah. It's hard for her to set shot now. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. What weight?
Good control.
Yeah, rolling Barry doesn't help you here because the back one's going to be open anyways, and the most you're ever going to score is 2 if you ever roll underneath. And
Control, guys.
Just nose.
trying to sink one top button, you might get a steal.
Hair, yeah.
Just in case if they play hit roll.
Kathy, we talked with Shannon Burchard
Chase it.
before the game, and you were asking her about the impressions, her impressions anyway, on Carrie Einarson.
Well, and she just feels that Carrie is completely dialed in. When you see her make draws and then she's making some highlight reel shots, her face just lit up because her history with Carrie, there's tells. Is she feeling it or is she not? And they're just kind of letting her go.
Stop.
And liking what they see.
And they got to just high side, roll it away just a little bit, but sit 2. Setting up well for the Canadians here in the first.
That looked like a potential jam.
Probably took a little bit off.
Okay. Yeah, I looked hard with the in-turn.
Curly brought it
I would have
over.
rather went like around it this way. Like.
So lining it up is Rui Wang.
Yeah, it's worth it to take it on. Yuhan will give this a go if she happens to roll out. You're kind of expecting to give up a 2 here. Canada did a nice job rolling a little bit away to make this angle sharper.
It's pretty thin. Got to make sure you've got some noise out of your hand before you take on this double.
Final stone for the Chinese. They have only 1 win in women's play. That was 09 and Binghu Wang. Here we go. Angle this back. Going to catch it? No, they'll drive it through. And so Canada will have an open draw for 2 to start.
It's the only way to miss that one.
Yeah, when you have to hit a quarter rock, you can't let go flashing. You just let go hitting a piece, hope they can keep it straight enough.
Think I can throw that 14? Yeah, I think you got away with the 14-3. Yeah.
And going back to the path, Joe, that the Canadians know with this in-turn.
Yeah, this isn't the really wide stuff that Val and Shannon threw in, but they would have a really good idea of how this is running based on their pregame practice.
Hit the paint.
Okay. T-line, back 4. Okay. Clean.
Hands.
Back 8.
Yes.
Yeah, line.
I don't think you're
Okay, well. Back 8.
Don't have it.
No backing here.
Should be okay.
Well, they hope it's okay, and it finally does dig in. That was a nervous applause from the crowd.
The 2026 BKT World Women's Curling Championship is brought to you in part by BKT Tires, growing together, by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada, by Kruger Products, the softest and strongest supporter for 45 years, and by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue.
It is a beautiful building, the Winsport Event Center here on Canada Olympic Park. Been here many times. It's the western home of Hockey Canada as well. On this Sunday, Canada playing just the 1 game. They'll play another 1-game day tomorrow, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are split days, morning and evening, and then they'll get back to an afternoon, evening for the final day of round robin next Friday. So Canada opens with 2 in that first, and now it's the Chinese team from Harbin in China, skipped by Rui Wang that does have last rock. They have the hammer playing the Yellowstones.
Yeah.
It's kind of an interesting schedule for Team Canada, getting the buys right at the start of the week. It's almost not, if you could choose your own schedule, I don't think that's what you would pick, especially given that they have so much momentum to start this event. But one of those things with the splits is at least you're never playing back-to-back.
Yes.
You may not get a long sleep when you go night and then first thing in the morning, but the ability to reset and try to find that extra energy is there.
Back 4. Hard card.
Whoa. Just to it.
Nice
Very
shot.
nice.
And down to it.
4-5. Yeah. Feels
An
good
early
there.
look at scores, Kathy.
Well, pretty open on 2 of the sheets, and the game that I'm keeping my eye on the most is on sheet D. Isabella Vrana, we saw her yesterday opening with a 3, but to me the big story so far at this Worlds has been the play of Stefania Constantini. I think the Olympics, being in her own country, playing in mixed and playing in women's, she looks exhausted. She's at 25%.
Yeah, remember the gold medal, of course. She set the country on fire. Her and Amos Mosaner, the mixed doubles gold
Yeah,
in
true.
Beijing. And they were really expecting, and there's lots of pressure, obviously, when you're playing at home in an Olympics.
Yeah, you just think about knowing for 4 years that you will be the team and
Yeah.
having all that on your shoulders and just that atmosphere in Italy. I mean, with mixed, they definitely got to experience having the crowd on their side and amplifying their play, but the four-person would have been a disappointment for her.
For sure.
My first.
Yeah, just,
Did you
I don't know that
freeze?
there's enough room to get low.
Never just
What's
nose
that?
freeze?
I don't know that there's enough room to get quite to nose. Yeah, you just
My
try
first
to
love
get
is the
close
run,
to nose. Oh, just play like, just T-line weight, back four even.
Do you like the run?
I was thinking the run.
Yeah, I think so.
So good, Shannon. You got it.
Okay, one versus the other, because they were talking about Shannon didn't think she could get to the nose of the shot or even get across the nose. Why the run for us?
Just because of that. The best calls get to the inside, they can't. So this is the only way they can get that thing out of there.
Shannon Burchard. Here we go. Bang.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice. And then leaves the shooter up top as well.
Yeah, and the problem if they would have stayed with that freeze call, if they don't get that curl and they stay on the high side of it, not getting to the inside, then all of a sudden the Canadian Rocks would have been vulnerable. You would have been looking at 3 Chinese stones in the rings.
Good shot.
Shannon is connecting in a lot of those runbacks already in the week. That's a great sign for Canada.
Well, it's a great sign too, Kathy, because of the fact that she's now comfortable, finally comfortable with after all the injury issues and surgery.
Well, and for Shannon, she said she could have dealt with her knee earlier, but she was expecting at the time, and so you're not going to go through surgery or take anti-inflammatories. But she did start to wonder, you know, will I ever be able to throw free again because of the pressure she puts on her knee with the tuck delivery? But it has happened. She trusted the doctors that said, yes, deal with this. And she just, it's a liberating feeling for her.
Do you hate this?
Another nice freeze by China.
Probably a little.
Think
short
so.
of it's okay.
It always takes that.
Ziki Dong had a bit of a rough end last end, but that was her first end of the whole event since she was out with illness yesterday. That's very good bounce back for her. Just welded that right on the face.
A little light. Go ahead.
Val Sweeting.
Go ahead.
Third stones
Up
here in the
12.
second.
All right, then. We got room, guys.
No line.
No line. We're close.
You have 0 line.
Where are you? Top
Top
four.
eight.
Yep.
Top
Yeah,
eight.
top
Straight.
eight.
Straight.
Hard. Hard.
On B here.
Hard.
The absolute worst spot.
He just got a little caught there. Val let it go. Both sweepers thought it was light, so they got on it right away, and it just straightened out the line.
It's thin. It's certainly less, probably less than half to make it really good, but it's there all day to sit 2 underneath cover. You might be able to hang on the corner depending on how hard they're going to throw this.
I think it's worth it to just throw it hard, Russ, and
Yeah, make sure.
not worry too much about the shooter. Just get those reds out of there.
Rui Wang. Great opportunity for the Chinese. On the brush. Bang, bang. Oh, a little kiss and go. And will it go? And it does finally.
Very nice. Actually stuck their own farther underneath cover. The shots are absolutely there with this team, Joe.
Oh yeah, so much talent and just so technically sound. Well, wants to run double here.
One more time. Here we go. Oh, and they stuffed it underneath, and it is underneath.
Nice toss, Val. Good.
Did make it a pretty clever leave here. You can get at the yellow one with either turn here. Get the tough in-turn chase
Right
and the
around there.
out-turn angle.
Really unfortunate where it went. Oh well.
对
就往这块卡，
对可以
盘子卡完了，一会儿你再处理呗。
对，可以，这儿，最好是能别上它一点。
啊，不行，掉线是旋过来呗，
对不行
是不
这儿
是？小了就留这儿也行
可以。
他要这个完，咱这个再用。
对，
我刚才点球是
一半一半，
稍微来一点。
OK。
China's not going to like where Canada's rock is. That's kind of in the control zone, the top 8, top 4 area, right near the center line. But there's not a lot they can do about it. You can't remove it. You could pick it across the top, but you lose your shooter. Getting to the inside looks really tough just because the guard is so tight to the ring. So I think they're just going to try to come in and sit another one, out count it. You could come around it to the top 4 area. If it's a little bit light, you could lock a freeze on it.
They could end up doing what Canada just did, just chop off, leave a double.
Yep.
That's the only option.
If she freezes hers, I could just blast it, I guess. Yeah.
Rui Wang.
正常的，
我感觉有点小呢。现在顶线。
China sitting the 1.
2得顶线，加一。
Top edge of the button.
2，加一顶线。
Ziki right.
Go 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 hard.
GI left.
Hard 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 hard.
And they're all over that center.
插进来，再来。OK OK， 可以。
Kicked over the guard, though, makes this
3-3。
out-turn angle raise very difficult.
15秒1。
Thinking there, like with bump,
Yeah.
should get some movement here. It's a little fresh, so I think there's pretty close. Hey,
I like that.
Yeah,
They
move that
decided
guard.
that's gone, isn't it? This
Just
is a
enough.
tough work.
I'll just call it tight to this one.
To go after that.
Yeah.
you guys like bump?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got it.
You gotta care.
Should get a bit of movement here. Hey,
Yeah.
agree, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice so far. Lots of movement to the middle on draws. Very straight with hits. It's these middle weights, bumps, so kind of that board weight, enough to push it to the backboards. Is it going to go crazy or is it going to run straight? That's the question.
Right.
11.
Trying to make it 3 wins this season. Boy, you got to get through those. This is going to be tough.
11.
One more time, Burgess. You got this line? Oh, there's not much room at all. Oh, how did you do that? Oh, goodness. And she'll pick it out, but lose the shooter.
Yeah.
Did she graze that?
It looked like it. It sure did look like it.
I don't think so. If she
couldn't have.
grazed it, I don't think she would have rolled out.
Right.
Let's see. They were hard early. I thought it was going to be close to the top guard.
Gosh, it looked like it rubbed off that side.
Just missed it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That little bit of an optical illusion as if it had touched it. So close, but they got through. Yuhan.
7、8的1008，现在等一等，8、9，不行，劲儿大，9。
Draw to the button
90
path.
之间了，不行，
Want to see your sweepers back like that.
Get right back. Keep going, all the way out. Go, 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 go,
Oh,
go,
dear.
go, go, go.
And through it goes. Wow.
Like to put it like pretty much my path,
Yeah. Okay, so like 15-4, hey?
Yes. Okay.
Yuhan was one of those who threw the draw to the button for last rock. Was 128 centimeters away then. So didn't even have the touch before the game.
啊，刚才顺势第二个那个。
Just to pick on this team, I talked about the technique and the ability to make anything out there, all 4 players, but it's those little things. What's the ice doing in that spot? They just went down a quick spot that was warmed up in practice for the draw of the button. Same thing on their draw of the button, they didn't catch on. So it takes time to be a great ice reader.
Go ahead. Line's good.
Trying to catch the top 4 and hit the 2 without last rock.
Line's great.
This was that same spot where Val let it go. They thought it was a guard, and it ended up being top 4. Really quick in this line.
Top 12. Well, we don't want to leave it. Yep.
Curl.
Yep.
And they'll drag it in to the
Okay.
just top edge.
Okay.
Right up,
5-8.
sitting 2.
Okay.
But this is going to put some question in Han's mind for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Similar path, but you can't hook this at all.
Well, you're more apt to also pull the string on this one after being heavy with your wrist.
You so often see that, right? And just that half a mile an hour light, it gets into a new path soon. And that's what happened to Einarson there. I think the weight was there all day. Just a different path than Val's.
So looking for full 8, even a little bite of the 4 for their final one. Facing a couple is Yuhan, Ziki, GI on the brush. Very nice. Great adjustment for Yuhan as she puts it into the top edge of the button, facing to China on the board, but trailing. All right, into the way back machine we go. Korea 2009, the World Women's Final between China and Sweden. And in the 10th end, China up by 1. It's Wang with last rock. Takes out both Swedish stones to score 1. Make the final. 8-6 China, and for Wang and China, their first ever World Women's Curling Championship gold medal. And still to this day, the only World Championship for the Chinese. And then you have to think about what they've done. Yes, the pandemic really hurt them because of the fact that all the clubs were closed. They had to work their way back. You come through the B division, they come through the A division, and here now again. And working on this championship here in Calgary after a bronze medal in 25. But it's a long way back for the Chinese. And rebuilding a program where they used to spend a lot of time, Kathy, in Canada, in Edmonton in particular. Their coach, Weldon Tan, lives in Edmonton. They had teams there for weeks on end at one point, but not this year.
No, he said at one point the teams almost felt it was their second home. They were there for months. This year it's been about 3 weeks that they have been there, but going back, he just said, when they had to withdraw, they cited difficulties with travel and restrictions. And so then the fight back, he said they didn't stop playing. And right now they have a huge emergence of youth. And so we see a very young team from China here. And what he led us to believe is there are a lot more teams interested in this sport, all of a young age. So you have to think that the future is bright in China.
Canada leads it 2-1 as we pick up play here in the 3rd, and the Canadians and Carrie Einarson once again with fast rock. They have the hammer playing the red stones now. During the break, the Chinese have she's not feeling well. That's Ziki Dong. She did not play yesterday, and she's back on the bench. That means that Ting Yu Su is now throwing the second stones.
Line's good.
That's a tough thing to do. We saw Ting Yu Su in the break take one practice slide and in she goes. So she would have been out with the team for the pregame practice, but the person that's not planning to play doesn't throw any rocks. So you're coming in cold here, but she had 2 pretty solid games yesterday, 83% in her first, and then 76, probably not quite where she wanted in that second one.
Nice
And around they go. It's interesting how far the game has come for the Chinese. I remember Wang, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, was a gymnast.
Yes, I think the whole team was.
Yeah,
Yes.
and they basically said, "You're curling." And well, now the game has a reputation, and you look at somebody like Rui Wang from Harbin. Her father worked in a ski resort there, and so she was introduced to a lot of winter sports. And a university ad was in Harbin, and that's where she got her first look at curling, and she fell in love with the game.
这是力量，力量来一点，力量够了，再擦加一，go，
China going after Canada this end, recognizing they're not in a great spot on the scoreboard here, down by 1 without the last rock, but I'd say it's a little early in the game. I wasn't expecting to see double center line guards out of them.
Very risky, but they've made a lot of freezes so far.
Yep.
No.
Looked like it was a little inside out on release.
Should be okay.
Oh, but she has that kind of release too, right? And she'll get it off the top. My goodness. Is that an apology?
Absolutely. And stayed.
Man.
But you know what? That release of hers,
Yeah,
it's really awkward to look at. Really.
the counter turn at the almost at the end of the release. How good is this?
Launching, like,
Gets the guard off of there, gets the frozen rock off of there, which is impossible to do if the guards weren't there, and hangs around.
Not quite how they drew it up. But to your point, Vic, she comes out with that straight handle and then puts the turn on, turns it to either the 10 o'clock or the 2 o'clock position almost right before she releases it.
Yeah.
So sometimes you do see a quick release with that outward motion, and that's what we saw there. That's why it ran so straight and hit the top rock so thin.
Another great freeze.
So that's 2 perfect shots from Tingyu Zhu off the bench into the game. Perfect top 4 weight. That's really impressive.
Good, Shannon. Yep. Whoa. Yes.
Trying to get the corner one.
And they stuff it over there. They've opened up now that center line, however.
Might leave a little bing bing.
Slight bad break for Shannon, but she can't complain after
No.
the first one.
Should have kept on it. 3区，加油姐姐，好，加油。
Russ, I think I'm going to be keeping an eye on Team China's clock this game. So we talked about the position switch, Rui Wang no longer throwing skip or the 4th rocks, but she's still calling the game. And for every rock of hers this game, she's put the broom down, come all the way to the other end, thrown her rock. So when you're taking for 4 out of 8 of those rocks, having 2 people in the house deciding what the shot is, putting the broom down, that really does eat up a lot of your time clock.
Yeah, no question.
The team that does that is Tirinzoni from Switzerland, but they don't talk about anything else. They're extremely efficient outside of those 4 shots. Silvana Tirinzoni putting the broom down for her 3rd stones.
It's a great analogy, Joe, because one of the things that Wei Dong Tan told Vic and I is that it wasn't only who can throw last to deal with the pressure, but when things weren't going well, they looked at the best team in the world for many years in Switzerland, and he said it works for Alina Petz to not have to call the game and to throw it. So that is also a big motivator for this switch in this team. But one of the things they may not have looked at is exactly what you said. There's not a lot of discussion. Savannah puts the broom down and Alina throws it.
Well, and so far the ends haven't been complicated by any means, and they're still taking a lot of time. This is actually when you want to be banking your thinking time, knowing that there's likely going to be some complicated things late in the game.
Val Sweeting.
Trying to get the corner one again.
Yes.
Again.
Good at that.
Great throw.
Sorry, my first carry. Just too aggressive on those first peel shots of mine. The second one, I like my throw.
That's where those perfect freezes really help. Now, not only can they tap this back, but I think the double goes if they get it a little on the inside. Sit 3.
I thought they might throw one more guard for us, just
Yeah,
to
they
lay
could.
it one more time. This just gives Canada the opportunity to get out of it. Like, Canada's really happy that they're not throwing a guard right now.
A potential blank, right?
行，10秒，姐姐。10秒。
Could even load another one up here.
10秒2，好，小点，10秒5，哦，10秒5，下线，下线，加1，10秒，下线，大铁是插头，好，从大铁，
And they avoid the jam at the back. And
好球，
they're sitting 1, 2, and appears 3 at the moment without the hammer.
好球，姐姐。
Great separation.
Good, Belle. Like you can.
By rolling as far as they did, though, if they'd hit it closer to center, they would have made the red go away at the back. So Canada's still got an outside shot at a deuce here. Make this double and stay.
Yep.
Now Sweeting.
Whoa.
For a charge.
Whoa.
Coming across. Got it. Oh, and she'll hang it there. Look at that. Stops at the back edge.
Great shot.
Crystal, had a girl. I like when we call doubles like
Kathy,
that.
of all the worlds this great team Einarson's played in, I've never seen them this comfortable.
No, it's interesting. Even in the bubble where there were no crowds, that you think it might make you feel like you're playing in a bonspiel. They seemed a little bit more uptight in the pressure, but I think it's been years, and they have welcomed the opportunity to have that maple leaf instead of feeling some of that pressure, but they look extremely comfortable.
Yeah, the bubble year was their first world championship, and I remember distinctly because they had won. There was a slam right before the world started, and they had won that championship. And then the very next, couple days later, you're playing in Worlds, and just the demeanor of the team was completely different. It was wild to watch, but what a big difference experience can make.
Hot球.
Yeah, like she'd have to draw dead even.
What's that? Yeah, or she has to roll in, or I have a double, but yeah.
So
I
just
think,
knows.
there with the control should be really close.
I like that. Yeah.
2-1 Canada. And it was this shot here. I mean, the hole is probably as wide as a stone, not much more, and somehow she got through.
No kidding. The concern was a little bit of pebble there. Team China had wrecked on a couple shots going the other way. Almost overbrushed it. Somehow went through the side of that corner guard.
It led to the Chinese drawing the 4-foot against 2 to pick up their first point. The key shot brought to you by BKT Tires, growing together.
10-2. Queen.
It's an awfully good chance if that is a millimeter wider, it's a 2-2 game.
Try to curl. Whoa. Curl. Roll it. Curl.
Good. Sit. Good weight. Okay. Thank you.
Do we want to go at the double? I think. Good speed.
Interesting weight choice there. Didn't have much weight to roll high enough and get into the 4-foot. So will they take on if this is hit dead on, will they take on the double? Risky.
Yeah, I think if you're desperate for your 2 points, maybe, but pretty nice option to go up by 2 going into the 4th end as well.
Final stone China, Yuhan.
Yeah, Yuhan just wants to nose this, doesn't want to roll to the middle at all.
It's just not worth it, Joe.
Yep. Shannon through here with that 10-9.
Yeah.
Just was nice.
So, bumper.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're an up-and-coming competitive curler. It's basically just do the math. Like, probably on this beautiful ice with Carrie Einarson's talent, there's a 95% chance she makes this for 1. What are the odds of making that thin double and sticking it, even though it's Carrie Einarson? Maybe 15%, somewhere in there. So why take that chance for only 1 single point?
And she's hitting much better than
Clean.
drawing at the moment.
Curl
Just 78% on her draws.
Curl your 10-3.
And very good for a single. The Chinese played well. Their draw game looks very, very sharp. Canada playing just one game on this second day of the World Women's Curling Championship. Welcome back to Calgary. They won 2 games yesterday, sit top of the table, tied with Japan, and now on the ice against China and leading 3-1 as we pick up play here in the 4th. Carrie Einarson against Wang.
That's one of the things Shannon Burchard said before the game, is that when Carrie's dialed in, as they feel that she is right now, they don't give up those points. So whether she drew or hit last end, she was going to make sure that she got the single and not give up steals.
It's the way this team generates points by stealing.
Yes.
Just protect that point with hammer. If you could get the even 4-1 with the 5 hammers in theory you have, how do you lose?
How did you lose? Trust?
By not protecting that hammer.
So easy from up here.
It is.
Canada's won 14 straight. You see, the last time China won was 2008. It was a 1-2 page playoff, and Pingyu Wang was the winner over Jennifer Jones, 7-5.
Line's getting good now. Line's
Jones
good.
replied in the final and won it that year.
Whoa, that's here.
There's an interesting. So China made its debut, interestingly enough, in the world in 2005. So they've come a long way.
Yeah, very true.
Delayed corner play used here by Team China. Canada went into the top of the rings with their first, so China hit and rolled away. Now they have their corner up. Carly Burgess just rolled out of the rings on her open takeout. That brings the play away from the button area.
Ting-Yu Su now throwing the second stone.
Great line on this one. Just don't get it too deep.
Did look peek out just a little bit on that outturn side. Bring us up to date, Kathy, please.
Well, Satsuki Fujisawa and Team Japan rebounding with a 2 after giving up a 3. This is the Japanese team that seems to be motivated by the disappointment of not being the Olympic team. They are playing very well. Faye Henderson faced 5 in the 4-foot and made a wonderful draw. That's why that game is so very close. And Verano hit and stuck on a blank attempt. That increases her lead.
Team China rewarded with that perfect come around there. Run back miss by Shannon.
Trying to put the guard back, are they?
Yeah, at the club level, Vic, you'd probably split the rings and go open side, and you're fairly safe for your 2. But it's at this level, you can't seem to control it. There's either a double made or you roll out, or this prolongs that situation where you maybe get them split later on in the end. Uh-oh.
Is there room to chase, or does it jam? I'm scared to jam, though.
It's okay, at least it's open. If you take that one and roll it, it's not bad.
Yeah, but I don't think I can make the chase because I just jammed.
Are you thinking that?
I think so.
Yeah, that guard, China wanted that guard at least 3 or 4 feet higher than this. Closer the rocks are, the more accessible the run back is.
Val's point is you can't see all of this. There's a good chance you could go there, and then you are in trouble.
Val Sweeting.
Yep. Really hard. Hard.
Watch the other jam here.
Shooter.
Oh, and they'll kill the Canadian stone. And watch.
Okay,
Oh, it rolls right underneath.
Good sweep.
Almost jammed it.
It's a little tight. Yeah. Not sure how much you can get it back.
I was just a little. Yeah, I figured I might as well just let it go there.
Yeah, which is fine. And then we were behind cup.
14秒5。
Yeah, now that's one rock later in the end. I think China's going to split the rings.
Interesting, because the double red rays for Canada is very useful if they end up getting to play in the center.
5、6没问题。
I think the problem is if you guard that again, Canada might just come around the double centers.
Yeah.
So
会有一点色。
go to the wing, and Canada won't ignore two.
我感觉可以擦一点。这儿就行。
Be a hair slower over here.
再擦一点。下线呢？下线。5、6。等。大了吧？5。大就往后去。不大，往这儿擦。能到5去。哦，不擦了。OK， 好球。
Nicely done.
Some superb rock placement for this team. I think they would have liked a little wider, but the speed control's been off the charts.
这边确实是，按理说这边应该。
I think we need at least firm.
Do you just like a normal?
Even firm.
Sure.
It gets really flat. Yeah, I like that, Val.
This is not about getting over to it, just rolling underneath.
Yeah, I think you're better to be buried here.
No.
Val Sweeting in her second.
Close, yep.
No.
Lots of speed here.
Here we go.
Curl.
Still
curl.
nothing. Now, a little late. Burgess, and it'll sit right there.
Okay.
That was just a better throw.
Yeah. Okay. Felt like. It's all right.
Good throw.
Felt like a close throw.
Good.
Not all bad at that speed. So many teams, try to be the hero, roll over, and they roll right out, and then you do not have a chance at a double. This is hit dead on. There might be certainly roll buried, and there might be an angle for Carey. She can throw pretty hard to make that double.
Just want to sit there and continue to split the rings, do they?
Yep.
Okay.
大停，全力下。
Oh, don't lose this. Don't want to lose this. And they did. Isn't that funny? Their soft weight shots appear to be absolutely wonderful,
yeah.
but their up weight stuff is a little loose.
No kidding. So far this game, you're right. That's a pile of speed coming at that one.
I had like a 10-3. And it was interesting to watch that come down the sheet. It looked like it actually floated late, so you have to think that there was an outward motion with release. We've seen that any kind of up weight, if you point that rock towards the outside edge of the broom, it really floats, straightens out.
No, zero risk here. Try to roll this under.
9, 8.
10. Clean. Clean. Heavy. Clean. Clean. Yep.
Great chance.
Yep.
Did they let Canada off the hook here? He get this roll in behind. Here we go. Roll it over. Take it over, and they're going to sit two.
Okay, good call.
Got it closer, but not underneath.
Wait, was
Speed, Val.
Yep. 10. Yep. Clean. Clean. Whoa.
Roll it.
Okay, good call.
Thin.
Nice. There's definitely enough room to roll, but do you really want to? If you roll this perfect, there's a great chance that those two reds that tight together that Einarson can run it back and be buried.
Yeah, I think you got to leave this half open on either side.
10秒，可以，10秒，可以，10秒，10秒，
Gonna leave it right there. Oh, they'll roll it the other way, and then it just pops.
10秒4，好球
Try.
了哈，好球。
Really close to perfect. Quite a bit of movement on this one late, just with that controlled weight. I think that should be fully accessible for Canada with how far it rolled.
Yeah.
Just
Bumper, guys? Yeah, I like that.
You got it.
Yeah, the carrots are good.
Can you see enough of this, Joe, to get the roll in underneath?
I don't know that it's going to curl enough past that rock in the top 12 to get under, but she could get pretty close to nose, I think.
Well, you can't agree even just sitting two, right? The
Yeah.
force is on.
Yeah, anywhere. Absolutely.
Love to get close to nose, though, and maybe force China to draw.
Yes!
Carrie Einarson in her last. As we play here in 4.
11-3. Good.
Nice control on that. Carrie knew exactly. She let me know she knew exactly what that thing was going to do. It's a good sign. No panic.
10秒，加油！我来吧，加油！加油了哈！
Here's someone else who had a choice to make. When she was in public school, and one of her teachers said, I think you should take basketball, play basketball. And she says, nope, I want to curl. And that's how she got into the game. Again, 3 of the members of this team are from Beijing, and they now have clubs there, of course. And
10秒5，
the game has grown.
10秒5，10秒2，
Great look.
好球！10秒7，好球，好球！
Where was that roll earlier? For a single, China. But Canada still leads as we go to 5. We are in Calgary for this year's BKT World Women's Curling Championship. Canada against China on this Sunday afternoon, and Canada leads at 3-2. They opened up with a couple in the second. We've traded singles since then. We go to 5. Canada with last rock. They have the hammer playing the Redstones. Rui Wang is the hails from Harbin. Many of the curlers did come from Harbin because it is known as the Ice City, and they have a wonderful ice display there and the ice carvings. It's one of the big festivals in China.
Yeah.
Overlapped a little bit.
Yeah, I think they were looking for a double guard situation again this end. I'm just going to say Wang is not going to be happy with how last end unfolded. They had a very simple 2 set up, really good positioning earlier in the end. She rolled out on an open hit to sit the 2, and then they end up getting forced out of it.
Yeah, that's the worst part.
That hurts. Talk a lot about when a player moves into the 4th rock position, how hard that transition can be, but could also be difficult for her to go from skipping and then throwing 3rd. It's just a different rhythm, a different flow. I wouldn't have expected her to miss that shot. But that's an open takeout for her is 95% shot, 98% shot.
Especially on this surface.
Can you just leave it here?
Another strong game for Carly Burgess. 94 as we play here in 5. She was 94% last night against the U.S. as Canada sits the 2.
A wee bit deeper than they wanted that one. Especially this Team China's been freezing.
的，别动，一刷别碰。
Yeah, their soft game is pretty, very pretty.
Yeah, the weight on that one was really close, but they wanted to get to the inside on that freeze. Anytime you're on the outside on a freeze attempt, that rock is vulnerable. So Canada is going to try to play top weight, get to the inside of this rock, and roll towards the center line. That's Ting Yusu's first miss, and her weight was perfect, just not the right line.
Yep.
Throwing the perfect game so far, Shannon Burchard leads all seconds so far on this second day at 90%.
I think she will by the end of the week, too. She's a special player at second.
Oh, if you can get this across the nose and roll it underneath. Here we go. Got it underneath? Sure you do. Look at that. Lovely.
Great brush. She's made it like, it's like she's sliding up the center line.
Key here is to just nail that weight. It was wide, but Carly Burgess did an awesome job getting it to curl to the point where they had to hold it straight at the end.
Very special player, though, Vic. You know, so many times she's throwing those run-back doubles or 3 down the middle, 7.5, 8-second peels, and to come back with the soft weight is very good.
And a great brusher. She's just like the ultimate utility player.
8秒，劲儿不大啊。5，老韩，老韩下点儿。5，OK。不敢让他再展了。
Remember, Kath, game 1, Team Canada, for the first maybe half of the game, 4 ends for sure. A lot of their takeouts were missed wide. That was the miss. They figured out immediately. I don't think Team China's figured that out yet. On Hans's ice, any outward motion with speed, you're in trouble.
And I always look to the bench. So we look to what it is that you bring with you. And Reed Carruthers and Victor Schell, you see them behind. They talk ice nonstop. And I saw after the very first game, second end, Reed was charting it out. And that is the #1 thing they talk about at the 5th end break. What are we seeing with the ice? So it's about eliminating mistakes, and they figured it out. Even last night on an outside sheet that got a little bit warm, they talk all the time, not only on the ice, but with the bench.
It's funny, Joe, when you're in the heat of the moment, you might not realize all our mistakes have been wide.
Yeah. It's even just helping to watch for trends. You can watch for trends on speed, too. Oh, anytime we're first on a path, we're light, or by the third rock, we're missing heavy.
Yeah.
This is it for. That is the national team coach on the left. That's Victor Schell and Reed Carruthers, of course, who's been part of this team. This is third, fourth year now. 22 I have listed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And huge commitment. He stepped back and gave up his pre-trial spot because he didn't know if he could get the team to the trials, and really is committed to this women's team.
Good for him. I understand he's a wonderful teacher, Kath, and he was a world-class curler, so that makes him a pretty good coach.
You bet.
Triple possibility here.
They got to do some cleaning up, and they'll get rid of 1, and then that one goes underneath. So still sitting the 3, and they have last rock Canada here in the 5th.
Just again had to miss it the other way. Oh boy. Any thinner, it ticks the top on it. Probably doubles for sure, maybe triples.
I don't mind the hit. She's probably...
Yep.
I like it.
I don't mind the hit.
Bumper.
Okay, they don't mind the hit, Russ, to do what, though?
I think they're thinking roll buried, but you don't have to roll buried. If you roll a foot or so, it might set up a triple. So if Val is rolling towards the center line, you need to have this hidden. You could kind of keep it there or roll away a little bit.
You don't often think, oh, let's hit 4th shot rock. They could have drawn around on the other side, gone top 4 there, but again, you run the risk of leaving a double or a triple.
And they basically leave it right there. She's brought her game up as well, Val, in this one. 81 and 85 in her first 2. She's 88 today.
11.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was kind of.
The nice part about nosing that is now there's, I don't know, a double. Can you make a triple? I don't really see any easy triples. But the shooter's rolling out, so Canada's still not in any trouble, no matter what happens here.
I almost thought we might see China change gears.
Yep.
You could play a draw on the other side of the sheet. You could get in there, I think, for second shot, but it's scary early and not quite at skip rocks yet.
Yep.
Are you saying play down to that one in the back
You
forward?
could, yeah, but if they can try to get 2 out of the rings here, maybe a couple doubles and they get out of it.
Yeah, the problem with freezing that back one is it's open. You
Yeah.
could ever freeze to the top one, but you can't.
Whoa! Hard! Hard! Whoa! Whoa!
Very
And
nice.
they'll get 2.
好强！
Very nice. Best you could do.
I tell you, though, you watch we talked. You've got 2 of the very best in Burgess and Burchard in the front end. You look at the way they manage a stone, how close they are to the stone, as compared to, in this case, Sue and GI. They're up more upright. They're not down as quite. And when the skipper's calling for them, it takes them that little bit of extra just to get to the rock.
And they're going to go all in here now. They're going to go around and protect that freeze that China's been so good at.
Well, these 2 have worked so hard, Shannon said, on their sweeping. They have watched tape of men's curling and always looking for an extra bite. She said Team Mowat, for example, is considered the best brushers. And she said we keep watching, as do all the teams, for what is another little edge. What can we do better to manage the stones? They take incredible pride in what they do.
Pretty good spot. Yeah, takes the hit.
We just got an example there of just how close they were when they were called on to brush.
Yeah.
再来一点点。
磕吗？
嗯，磕完垫它上面。
There's just nowhere to freeze now. I think you have to spill those top 2 behind the tee line.
的话能赢这个。
Give yourself
Get
a
there,
shot
though.
on your last one.
Try to get as close to nose as you can on that.
Yep. Yeah. The board waiter, something like that.
Beautiful draw from Sweeting.
你要是现在粘的话，应该能赢吧？能赢这个吧？
The run doubles there, but boy, oh boy.
Long though.
一大半儿。
应该是能赢这个。
是吧？因为
先粘一个
你现在要是打出来的话，它也是这2个，它这边一压，你第2个还是很难。
可以，
是不是啊？
可以。跟这粘。
其实往这儿粘也，我刚才看，但是它就是这个球，
但就是有点这容错率太低了，那就往这儿粘吧，是不是？可以，可以这儿吧。好。对，我先往这儿粘一个，一会儿不行我再给它磕掉呗。是不是也行？对，可以。
It was one of our keys, Joe, complicate the strategy, because we know this team, China, can go toe-to-toe shot-wise. And that's exactly what Canada's done here. Where do you put this thing? You try to freeze it in there, it could be 4th shot.
I don't even know if you glue this to the perfect spot if you're even second.
Right.
我按14秒5来。好。
Little light, you're 4th. Little heavy, you top off and you're open.
The intern tap is the only way out of jail here.
Both Han and Wang at 75%, and now she's trying, jumping up 2.
顶线韩宇，全力顶线。hard，
加油加油了，还。
hard。再来点，再来点，再来点，再来点。
OK，可以，好，行，可以。这多大？
Makes that run back for us a little more difficult if
Yeah, for sure.
they were going to think about it. But she just comes up here and muscles in.
Yep, so this is allowed. You can have as many people sweeping rocks as you want. And obviously she didn't like how light it was, so she said, it's okay, I'll do this myself.
Yeah, but then we've heard too, though, when you're further out in front, you're not doing as much, right?
They say that the broom closest to the rock does about 85% of the heating. That second broom is 15%. So that third one
is just there for a trip.
While you're keeping any debris out of the way.
Okay.
That was my role.
If that.
I think a 14-5 should be close.
So if it was 85-15,
Yeah.
what were you?
like I said, that was my role.
You guys thinking 14-5? Yeah. Like if we freeze.
Take away this freeze opportunity, and oh my goodness, it might be a double to give up a free draw for 3.
Let's make this. Capitalize. Let's go.
Carrie Einarson in her first.
I like it.
Queen. Top 4. Yep. Down.
We got room. Line
Top
3.
Queen.
Burgess.
More room right now.
Off cart.
Queen. Top 4.
Yep.
Line's perfect.
Distance.
Yes.
Top 4 T.
Hard line. Hard. Queen. Whoa.
And there they are to sit the 4. Isn't that interesting? But that's the stone you were talking about with the Chinese earlier. They could have played down to that stone and maybe taken some of the pressure off.
True.
What a well-placed draw. Just perfect weight out of Carrie's hand.
Top 4 T.
A little bit of sweeping.
Whoa.
Great line call by Val Sweeting. Awesome team shot.
Problem with freezing to an open one, though, and you're going to see it here now, is pretend that shot that Carrie Einarson put in a perfect spot was a yellow one. It can be removed here.
Okay.
So the back double's available.
Shooter will roll off, though. Carrie will have a similar shot for 3.
That's a sick feeling. You got to make a very difficult double to give up a potential 3.
Final stone for the Chinese. Under all kinds of pressure. The Canadians right now are sitting 4. What do you got? 1? Oh, you're going to get 2. And so the Canadians will have that same draw for 3.
They both flew out of there, but Carrie Einarson could not have put that in a better spot. It was really good.
Give it close to that same speed. Yeah.
It looks like, I mean, from this side, I
let's
know
make
she
it.
just played it. She would have more room, though, with the out turn. Is this just the ice and knowing it?
Yeah, just having seen the path, and they don't even need to touch the 4-foot to be 3rd shot.
Similar.
Just a little less.
Sitting 2, looking for 3.
Raise close. Yep, for line.
Go ahead. Yep.
Burgess.
You both gotta go.
Oh, both of you got to go now. Here we go then.
Gotta go, Cart.
Burgess.
Hard line. Gotta dig.
Burchard.
Hard line.
Now you got to get it full 8. Now you had a great chance here. Don't give up on this. Drag it there. Get it there. Get it there. A little pat in the back for 3. There they go. 2 of the best in the game and getting everything out of it. And yep, there you go. Second 3 in 2 games. We go to the break. Canada looking to win 3 in a row.
The 2026 BKT World Women's Curling Championship is brought to you in part by BKT Tires, growing together, by PointsBet, the official sportsbook and casino partner of Curling Canada, by Home Hardware, locally owned, genuinely Canadian, and by Scotties, Canada's #1 facial tissue brand.
You can still see a little bit of the charring. You see that? That was lit for the Calgary Flames. When the Olympics were here in '88, that was the flame burning on top of the Calgary Towers. We checked the numbers after 5.
And for Team China, they've had a really hard time converting their hammers in that second end with Yu Han now throwing the 4th stone. She threw her first draw through the rings, had an opportunity to maybe generate something, but found it on her second rock there. And speaking of draw weight, 100% for Carrie Einarson. In that fifth end, you have to give the assist to Burchard and Burgess, who dragged it end to end to make it count. Canada looking really good after 5 ends of play here.
Life's a drag for the Canadians. The numbers after 5 brought to you by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. Yeah, looking very good so far. Midway through on this Sunday afternoon.
This is the moment we're running free. Where to begin? There's nothing left. We're on our knees. We can't pretend that all we need to do is breathe. This is the moment.
Canada's just on the ice once. Let's get you caught up on the scores, Kathy.
Well, it has been a struggle for Japan. On the final stone, Satsuki Fujisawa faced 6. He threw a bullet through a port to score that single, but still trails by a couple. And it has been a very defensive battle on sheet B. There's our feature sheet, as you've seen, 6-2, and it is Elizabeth Vrano that had an opportunity. Isabella, I want to call her Elizabeth all the time. Isabella Vrano had a draw for 2 and made no mistake.
Maybe you should stop breathing.
What happened to the ice? There's a lot of hot air here.
Yeah, oh boy, is there ever. On a Sunday. You know, people are going to wonder when it gets up to 16 degrees tomorrow and the next day if it's because of us.
That's right.
6-2, Canada leads it. We welcome you back to Calgary on this Sunday afternoon. And as we start the second half, it is the Chinese and the team from Harbin that does have last rock. They have the hammer playing the Yellowstones.
够了，够了，够了，还是第一吗？差一点吧，要不？没事。好球。Okay. Feels good through here.
Yeah.
So what's your
15,
approach, Joe, in the second half? You're up 6-2. I know the old thing is like you just continue to play the way we do, and what's gotten us our 6 points. But do the Canadians look to become a little more defensive?
I think that's what we're seeing right now. They opted to go in with both of their rocks, which makes a lot of sense, up by 4. This is a situation where you just want to make sure you don't give up more than 2. You know that your opposition already has 2 corners up, so of course you'd love to force, but you don't need to end up in a situation where you're at risk of giving up more than that.
Okay, that works. Okay, it's fine.
I think one of the reasons we see Team Canada with a lot of steals on the board, though, is if there's a point in this end where they can switch gears and throw a guard to keep the pressure on Team China, they will.
Yes.
Okay.
And why not?
Yeah, China's been really accurate with those freezes, but it's just those bigger weight shots, which is uncharacteristic. We know they have really good mechanics. They spend hours and hours on that technical aspect. I just think what you said earlier, Russ, made a lot of sense. I don't think they've quite figured out the release that they need for peels. Sometimes when it runs really straight with any outward motion, you almost have to feel like you're a little soft, as if you're turning that in towards the broom to get the rock to run the way you want to. Canada's adapted beautifully to that.
And with 5.5 feet of curl on the draws, I think that gets into people's heads that, well, the hits must go too, but they don't.
够了，下线，下线，线，要他就深了。没事，现在线不好。下，够了，够了，提线。下线，好球，好球。
Another great come around.
Just a peel. Second, Shannon. 还是。
Double peels available here. I don't think they're playing the straight back. Shannon will get lots of spin because you're hitting the high side here. So when this rock hits, it should really spin.
Touch it.
And underneath.
Very best way to play those flat or longer doubles is to try to hit it in the high side. It'll gear a little more. You saw Shannon spin after contact. More spin, less friction. She almost made that thing.
OK， 胸长大一点。大一点，8秒8。可以8秒5。2了，
Oh, nice shot.
Gets rid of a couple.
Well, leaves it right on the nose of it.
I just like the nose on the other one.
Patient call here. They did. Einarson originally said, let's hit that as hard as we can and get rid of that freeze situation. Probably don't get it out, though. Knowing by Val hitting the open one here, at some point in time, Team China has to play that raise. Yes, they can roll because they're frozen, but it should set up a double.
Yeah, Carrie was saying maybe try to get the double or hit the yellow, release that freeze, and catch the other side one. But if you happen to not connect there, then all of a sudden China's drawing the sit 3, which is the last thing you want.
Yeah, you might even punch it behind the
Sorry, I
corner
misheard
guard.
you there. Yeah, it's all right.
I did too.
Yeah.
对。OK， 14秒78，滑了上来。
这儿线，我粘一个，还是打定呢？
加油，姐姐
其实。打定也行，要不我粘边上那球就没用了。
啊，你都行，打定了。
我粘一个还是打定？打定他肯定也是打。
我感觉打
Wang
定应
is
该不
looking
太
to
好。
place a corner freeze on that rock that Canada just threw.
20。
20行。
Try to weld it on the side and out count it. And that way, for Carrie Einarson to blast it out, it's got a long way to go across the house.
没事，可以轻点一点。
I'm going to try to glue this, have no space whatsoever between the rocks.
OK， 正常的，6去提线，6就行。
等等线，
提线，6。等等线。
没事没事，正常正常。
Yuhan in the first of her third stones here in the 6th.
Really close again.
差点。
好球，
好球，姐姐。
不能下线。
I think it is, actually. That's the third shot.
插得进吗？
Yeah, it looks like we're shot on the side.
这球不能下线。
Little bit of an angle here.
I think it might have just over curled.
I think so too.
Okay, ladies, that's enough. Oh my gosh.
I said it nice, Vic.
Yeah, you did. It was Kathy that jumped on me with both. There you go.
You still have to chase it, though.
What do you think now, Vic?
They're good now.
Okay. I still think it's yellow.
Yeah, easy early bird.
Val accidentally hits this really thick. It's got a long way to travel to get out of the rings.
Foul swing. Oh boy.
Hard.
He had to
Push
let
it back,
go
you gotta go.
before Burchard jumped
Gotta
all
go.
over it.
Hard out on the yellow.
And gotta go. Gotta
All
go.
the way out.
Gotta go. Gotta go. And gone.
Great
Boy.
sweep.
Well done.
Good sweep.
Good sweep by their skipper.
Yeah.
Hard out on the yellow.
Hard
Hard carry all the way out. Keep going.
Serious trouble if that hangs on.
That's where the speed is your friend. Hit that a little more thick than they wanted to, but still able to get it out.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, well, if they tuck one here, do we just follow them?
I think so. That's what we were kind of wondering. Do we like nose, but 3s was kind of there
Yeah.
anyways. But I think this makes them be a little more precise.
感觉稍微有点快。
正常的，大放别动，加一别带了。
啊，9等。
能留吗？
90。
那别动，别动，别动。
Thought Team China might have played this shot earlier instead of the perfect freeze, which they virtually made, but Val still did get it out. Get this hidden. Carrie Einarson is going to have a tough shot.
擦了，老韩。好球，姐姐。
下一个。
留里就行。好球。
稍微远一点，有点给大了。
14秒。
They didn't touch that.
goes under and then it's a little dicey.
Well, do we want to sit shot? Whereas if she is on the nose of that guy, your shooter's shot.
Yeah,
that would
well,
also bring Korea
she's
into play.
probably going to go after this one first, and then we come and sit, right?
Probably.
Yeah, I think we have to go here.
Yeah, it cancels these
Yeah.
out anyways.
Yeah.
Even if she does something else.
Okay. Looking at like 14.5 then? It's really close.
Yeah, I got 13.9 on that. So
Yeah.
for us, I think it'll be good here.
Okay.
I think we just got to make sure we're like at least back 8.
Yeah.
The team within the
yeah.
team.
I think we have to freeze this back one here.
Yeah, I like that.
This is the right call. You hate to do this 4 up, but
Yep.
there's a split up top for Team China. They can split 2 on.
14.5?
Yeah.
Yep, we like
That's what we
that.
talked about.
Similar to what you've been throwing.
Yeah. We got
They
it.
talked
gotta
briefly
plan
about
for
going
it.
just back 8 foot to try to outcount the future yellow that will nose the middle yellow to eliminate shot stone. I think they decided on the freeze though.
Wow. I think we're close.
Looks here.
We're back 4.
Back 4. Easy.
Line's good.
We got room.
Back 4, back 8.
Back
Right
8. Easy, Shannon.
Off.
Speed's great.
Clean.
Cars rock. We're a little light.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Now Burgess
Good. Keep going.
takes the stone
Clean. Clean.
and all the way down to
Good.
it. Wow, what a shot.
14.5.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well managed.
100% on her draws. That is scary for Carrie Einarson.
Yeah. Nice shot. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
We're a little light.
yep.
Go ahead.
Both Shannon and Carly, they know exactly where this rock is going the entire way down the sheet.
Good. Good.
Nice.
14.5.
Yeah.
他要再粘，咱还能有大包打。行，好，提线前吗？
They're going to follow them down then?
Yeah.
Okay.
压上提线最好。好好好。20。OK。收一点点。
Problem with the eventual yellow raise, you have to roll away, obviously, but there's almost a certainty there'll be some type of double for Carrie Einarson because the thrown rock will come down deeper.
给了。
67，没问题啊，67。
They're playing this though. They're hoping that Carrie Einarson has a massive miss on when she's going to follow them down after this is made in theory.
有点快。
Just don't know if I see that happening when you just threw the shot.
没事，提线能停，提线可以擦，下线可以擦，够了，够了，够了，够了，够了，姐姐。OK， 好球！好球了哈！
I think that's pretty good.
So China is sitting 2 and 3.
Have to, but I guess you could chase them all.
你打定不赢。
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we have to just
I was
get
just
to it, even
thinking
if
margin.
you chapped off a little.
Yeah.
That's probably even a better play.
Yeah, even tap it
Yeah.
out and roll it there.
I thought they might. It looks like
Carrie
Carrie should be able to see this from the other end.
Same line.
Same line, less weight. Yeah.
That was the unfortunate part for Team China. They just couldn't play that frozen rock.
Okay, guys. Just give you like 2 feet less.
Yep.
Like even if we chopped off and rolled in, like that's really good.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
There's
Just-
just ran good, so
okay,
15 is close.
15.
Yeah.
That's
gotta
15,
care.
that's quick.
14-8's close
Hog
too.
to hog
Yep.
time. Whole bunch of rocks down this line. This will be number 4.
Carrie Einarson trying to win Canada's 20th
Clean.
gold medal.
Back four.
And a 3rd in a row.
If it's the same. Whoa.
Fair more room here.
Back 4.
Chapping it tight. Yep. Hard.
Burchard
Hard. Yep.
down to it and chapping off a little bit and rolling inside.
Okay, good.
Interesting to see what the scores give her on that because she was 100% on her 5 draws up till
Just
then.
stop just enough.
I'm going to give another 100% because it rolled to a spot that this automatic goes back here and misses it. If it rolled that little bit farther, it would have been an automatic raise double for 3.
你打这没用，现在碰不着这个。拿这个。
He you could try to hit it center line side with speed and get it to drag, but then you're losing your shooter, and I doubt if it's going to drag that far.
Just doesn't have enough time to drag either. They're so close together, those reds. It's not an easy shot for one here. Draw the side of the button.
Right. Or roll.
差挺大的，要不你就投一个，要不就找一个。
找一个。
行，
I don't think that's there. Like, yeah, if she got it that way. Or yeah.
我看一眼啊，一半儿差不多。
So they did score 100%. So she's 100% on 6 draws as Carrie Einarson.
Yeah, because they talked about that. They said freeze is ideal, little chop's okay. And it was a little bit more of a roll-off than they wanted. But as Russ said, it stopped in time to avoid the more simple shot. This angle, I think, is there, but it's just so precise.
Oh, geez, you have to give them that.
Just get by that top yellow in the forefoot there.
I think Carrie put it in the perfect spot myself. I don't think you can come off the back one and roll over and be, unless you just roll dead to the pin and move
Can
that
you even
other
get to
red.
the inside, though? They're pretty tight.
Right. Great chance to steal at least one here.
Final stone on its way. Canada right now is shot rock. Have they got this? No, they do not. And it will be a steal of 1 for Canada here in 6. They've had stolen 9 points coming into this one. 7-2 Canada. This far enough. Yes, you can. 3, Canada. There you go.
Fantastic.
You betcha that's the way to do it. Carrie Einarson. So a 2-win opening day yesterday, now on the ice and leading against China. Just the 1 game tomorrow, and they'll play it against Denmark and Madeleine Dupont out of Copenhagen. And then those nasty splits. Morning and evening, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, before they close against the Australians and Japan. That may be for first place with the Japanese playing so well early. Satsuki Fujisawa from the Tokoro Curling Club. That'll wind up the round robin for Canada. Top 6 in the 13-team field will make the playoffs. If you finish first or second, you go right to the semifinals. While the remaining 4 will cross over, 3 against 6 and 3 against 4, or 4 against 5, pardon me. So that's the 1 steal. First steal of any game here today. And Canada leads it as we pick it up. And it is once again China with last rock here in the 7th playing the Yellowstones.
I think just another really great example of why Canada's been able to steal how often they have. They switch gears that end. You wouldn't think that Carrie Einarson would be playing a freeze on her first up by 4, but it really was the best option. And then that little chop on her second left China with virtually nothing. So when your skipper's at 100% on draws, it doesn't really matter what the score is. Sometimes that's just the play.
Yeah, for Carrie Einarson to have the confidence to play those 2 freezes tells me a lot too. And she's really dialed in with that draw weight.
Yeah, when she's not comfortable with the draw, she will look everywhere for a hit. And I think what we've picked up on early this event is just how well Shannon and Carly are working together. When you've got a front end that is managing them so well, they're seeing it, they know exactly where all these rocks are going. I think that gives you a lot of confidence if you're Carrie Einarson.
Watch this. All right. I don't know how much extra less ice to give her.
Pardon?
I don't know how much less ice to give her.
Yeah.
It's interesting listening on the mics after few of Shannon's throws today. There's been some feedback from Carrie just on kind of line of direction, some technical stuff about where that slider foot is landing. I mean, Shannon, though, ever the athlete, is doing a good job of adjusting when needed.
3，下线了哈，下线还得下线，力量够了，够了够了，要深了。OK， 好乔。Yeah, give her a go. I like Theo.
Yeah, this is similar to an earlier end, probably back in the second when they didn't get that corner over far enough. Remember? And they were able to get it with a wide in-turn.
Yeah, left it open. That's right.
Poof.
Again.
I know.
Keep it. That's it.
Yeah.
Might spill into the rings if you miss this.
Running it back, gonna touch it and stuffed it under there.
Hey, so.
Should have a piece open.
Yeah.
Ah, shoot.
Bit of a different setup to this end for Canada. They tried the corner tick on Carly Burgess's second. She was a little bit wide, so didn't make contact. And then on Shannon's first, you see that red at the top of the 12. They played what we call the choke shot. So you keep your shooter or your rock wide open, but you block the inside out come around this corner. So now China has to go wide around into a path they haven't seen. And even if they make it perfect, it's a short race for Canada. Choke shots can turn out poorly. If it's light, it's a guard. If it's heavy, it's something to freeze to. But this one's perfect.
Need to commit.
So there, to your point earlier, there's the difference. China eating that time, and with Wang skipping and throwing third, and then there's 6 minutes.
And we heard the Canadian team point that out. They just said they're going to run out of time.
Yeah, 12 minutes to start this end, so that puts you at 3 minutes per end of thinking time, and that's quick. That's not a lot of time for discussion. Could just see this happening early in the game. The ends are actually quite simple. The score was by no means out of reach, and just no real get up and go to Team China. They were really taking their time on everything, even the simple ones.
Get this underneath.
Ting Yu Su. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Very nice. Rui Wang.
You couldn't do any better than that. Y'all can see just all of this.
Yeah, this is perfect. Right under cover. So Val's going to go after the one on the other side that's open, but she wants to try to keep her shooter as close to nose as possible and out-count the Team China rock that's top of the 12.
Now there is the Canadian corner rush. Do you want to roll behind that if you can?
You don't have to. They're sitting the two would be crucial.
Val Sweeting. Burchard.
Coming up.
Hard.
Yep.
Whoa. Curl. Curl.
And sitting the two they do. They got a little bit of a roll. Maybe tuck a piece underneath that corner and they push it through.
Smart to keep the one piece open though so they can get at it later in case they have to run it back.
12 and it like barely hit it out there.
Just came down. Yeah, I thought that it might be a little meh out there just based off of how your first draw was like 13-9. But didn't take off, which
Thought
is
I've heard
nice.
it all now.
A little meh.
A little meh.
That's the technical term, Vic.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit slower out there. China certainly doesn't seem concerned with their time clock.
No, there's not a hurry-up offense going on here. That's for sure.
This is going to turn into speed curling really soon for them. Usually on each team, there's kind of one person that's a designated clock watcher that'll say, okay, guys, we got to pick things up. Not sure if you can tell, but it was me that was that person when I used to play. That's why I'm stressing out up here for them. So I think they're looking for the freeze here.
And the overcurl. Light and overcurl. You, I don't know. To my mind, you're down by 5. Maybe you need to be a little bit more aggressive. Maybe you have to go after shot stone, bang shot stone, look for a good roll. I don't know. Is there?
I think that was the right play.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I think the ice is starting to change a little bit. And this young team didn't pick up on it. You know, it's getting a little bit flatter down the very dead center. It's that maybe foot or two slower, which the brushers can make up, but you're going to get more curl.
That's normal.
You freeze that in there, Vic.
Where are we going with it?
Team Canada has to blast it because of the score, and then you've got that nibbler comes into play and a chance for 2 by hitting that one that valve through, that red one that's partly open.
Okay.
They have to get an error out of Team Canada here, so that was the way to do it. But the perfect freeze on a wide open rock is
So
just,
hard.
you're asking for trouble.
9.
No.
And especially with Carrie's skill set.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Easy. Girl, gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Keep going. You're getting it. You're getting it. Keep going. Nice.
Oh, just in time for Easter, I guess. That's Carly Burgess, huh?
Little hop, eggs for everyone.
Yeah, that's.
Split a hairful. I was trying to be
It's just a great view of the footwork here. This is slowed down. Like, imagine hopping down the ice with a 7-second peel. That takes a lot of athleticism.
Yeah.
And she's really mastered that technique.
And her pockets are full of eggs. And it's really good.
Now with the freeze, you can lock it on the left side of that rock on the center line. And then that
Maybe get a jam.
frozen rock might jam.
Yuhan.
我感觉还行呢，
站
我感觉有点快呢。
站点，现在站轻点一点啊。
哪人的？
它这个线路。
哦，别动，
8，
别动，别动，不行，大，
提线了，还是磕一点点，
剪下来了。
那也得磕一点。
别动，别动，别动，没事没事。
哎，好球！
真没掉下去。
好球了哈。
I even think if we nosed, it should go under, hey?
I'd like to hit it a little high.
A little high?
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes under all day.
Yeah, they tapped it back.
So where do you want to leave it? Nose is not bad at all. It's a really good spot to leave it.
Right, Kara, let's make it.
All right. You got it, guys.
画点小，然后这么转了一下，转完就感觉大。他俩挺逗的。
Carrie Einarson had her last.
Clean. Whoa. Clean.
Yep.
Well, to push this right through here.
Yep.
Yep.
Hit a little high like that, and away it goes. And so 1, 2, 3. That is what's facing China and Yuhan with her last.
Keep that one, skipper. Nice. Yeah.
Thought maybe nosing it would have been a hard score.
Can't afford to roll too much either way.
No, not at
Canada
all.
sitting the second stone on the edge of the 4.
感觉有点大，9毛8。
Watch this. Got to be sit right there. And very nice. For the single. China here in 7. And the gloves have come off. No, they're going to play on, sorry. 7-3, Canada. Canada with last rock when we come back. Oh, did I hear the Velcro snap? No. Let's go one more. From the Winsport Event Center on Canada Olympic Park. We welcome you back on this Sunday afternoon. Canada's with just the one game as they play the Chinese. We go to the 8th. And Canada leads at 7-3. They once again have last rock. They have the hammer playing the Redstones. And the Chinese continue to flirt here with their time clock.
Good judge. They're now down to 2.5-minute ends, which is almost to the point where you'll start seeing Wang put the broom down before the rocks even come to rest.
Walk away. It's heavy.
Yeah. There's 16 slid in. I was like.
But I'm not seeing any urgency, though. Like none.
感觉够了，有点快。线了 OK， 期限偏8，时间可以等。8，正常。期限。站，等大吗？
Ji Zheng with an outstanding game as she has the edge on Carly Burgess.
站磕一点，磕一点，不行不行不行，磕一点，磕一点点，磕一点，磕一点。好强。
Yeah, Carly's having a great game too. Last end they called that corner tick and she blew by, so that would have been the stats killer for her.
And then there's Shannon Burchard. Wow.
No, curl.
Number 1 second coming into this. I can't imagine today's effort will hurt her.
Cart. You're good.
Just catch a little bit of it.
Still launching wide. Yeah.
It's remarkable when you look at her women's career. 6 championships. And you go back to Jennifer Jones in 18. That was when Caitlin Laws went off to play the mixed doubles with John Morris. And she came in, and what did she do? She won a gold medal.
Yeah,
And look at what she's done since then. Outstanding. Shannon Burchard.
A stretch where she didn't really understand what playing in the Scotties was like if you didn't win. It's just wild.
And I think it speaks so much to the success of this team when you have a second that is just so incredibly good. We think about E.J. Harnden and the contribution. You often think that it's all about the back ends, but if you're not set up well, you're chasing the entire time.
The success of Rachel Holman, for example.
You bet.
You know that too, right?
Just clean.
It was interesting to talk to Shannon and was asking about, and you mentioned that.
Like,
Mowett's front end. But she said, EJ, we watched EJ for so long, and she said, I guess we're going to put some muscle on and we're going to see. There's a good example. My goodness. We're going to put some muscle on and see what happens when it comes to brushing. Right?
Yeah, and you'll see that actually as the trajectory for young up-and-coming brushers. You curl for about 8 months of the year, so it's hard to gain a lot of mass when you're out there competing because you're just burning calories for 3 hours straight as a sweeper. But it's the off season, that 4 months, where you can really try to bulk up, and every off season you'll see someone just get stronger and stronger, and kind of that peak phase takes a few years to get to. I see a big change in Carly Burgess just from 4 years ago when she was out there with Jones.
Absolutely.
No, they call it the bulk season, which means my grocery bill went from $400 to $800 a week.
You gotta have fuel in the tank.
Yeah.
I tried not to visit too often. Yeah.
Well, I locked the door.
But you know, the fabric's still so abrasive. These teams have figured it out. If you want to win, the front end's got to be in the gym, and they're just so athletic now. It's fantastic.
Good. Nice throw. Nice throw, Shannon.
Tough setup here for China. Down by 4, they're pretty much in that must-steal situation. As we look at the numbers, it's that draw percentage for Wang. You wouldn't expect to see it that low.
And Val coming up after 75% last night against the U.S.
Honestly, at 75 was not really what I was expecting out of Val, but she did have some misses. The key with her was she missed the proper way. Anytime she didn't make the intended shot, she left a good leave behind where Team Canada stayed in a good position.
Same thing yesterday too. You almost need a stat for that because by throwing some what we call 50% shots, she helped her team.
Same toss.
Whoa.
Curl a bit.
Curl a bit.
Should be okay.
Nice. Very nice.
Nice pair. 2 good ones.
You hear Carrie say it should be okay, not that she was ever going to miss the peel or the yellow rock, but it was to save that corner one.
I think if I can ever chase this one, I think we maybe chase it. Yeah.
And like corner of freeze, and you should have.
Yeah.
Or just.
Where are they going with this, Russ?
Just for freeze it right in there.
Onto the Canadian stone?
Yeah, I think so. I doubt if they're throwing another guard. Looks like too much ice for a guard. Lock it in. They've been good at it this game.
快呢。
7、8，还行，带着点，还行，还是减了点。7，等等，带着，加一减速。OK， 先 OK， 再等一等，再等一等，顶线。
This could soften up down the center here. They got to be proactive on the brushing.
别喝，得擦点。我够了，够了。
So good.
They have made some wonderful draws this game, the Chinese.
好球，我说，妈呀！我说哎，来一点，进不去了。
Are we trying to save this?
I don't know if we have to, I guess. Like, we already have that guy.
Throw it hard.
But could try.
Third rock.
Even if we ended up, like, hitting and rolling to here. But I think affirm.
Okay. And like 7/8 high?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
You like that?
You can almost hit it very, very thin on the intern side and kick that frozen one at least
Firm, 7/8
off the frozen
high.
position.
Like, even if we took ours?
Or I think they're thinking
Okay,
hit
you like
the
that?
right-hand one and roll kind of corner onto the top one.
No. Like, it's super
What a
thin.
great shot.
Like, yeah. Okay. All right. They're good. Maybe a hair more, Val.
Clean. Close.
Little
Yep.
gap.
Yep.
Carrie Einarson.
Yep.
Yep.
Burgess on the brush.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wow.
Really good spot.
Goodness.
Good. Got some curl there.
It's been an easy 93 too. There.
Yeah, she comes up from 83% in both games yesterday, and it's those draws at 100%. Player numbers brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
再磕出一个球。
Thanks, Russ.
怎么磕？
Anytime.
这样磕。
对啊，就是你定偏一点大，然后让它这样，然后给它
Tried
磕
to
到这
tell
儿
him.
呗。
Talk about an easy 93, though. Like, that was a really precise hit and just made out of the hand. She is throwing the rock as good as I've ever seen.
往这边肉一点儿。
来点，完了这个，然后给它往这儿来，
OK，
行吗？
那得90的劲儿吧？
其实这边应该好一点，应该直，
行，
就是这样。
Just with top weight here.
可以。
That's the hard part. You got to get yourself shot rock here.
Got to move 3 rocks,
这边吧。
but you can't throw it super hard and have the yellow top button kick out to the side.
Yeah, and so if you roll center line to guard your yellow, you probably don't kick it far enough to even be shot rock in the first place.
You have to throw this harder than you think.
韩宇，好。
Depends what you're
实
thinking.
底线的这个。
Well, you'd think maybe back line or something, right?
Right.
But it's because you're moving so many rocks, I think you need closer to board.
小的话就。
So playing the out turn at this, when I think many would think you'd come with the in turn at it. Just,
Yeah, you get a little better kick with the in turn.
okay. Got to come across the face of this thing. And watch now where it goes. And they are the shot rock.
Super shot.
Is it ever?
We talk all the time, but to win at this level, you need rock positioning. Get that thing on the X. They've done this time and time again in this game. It's just some of the hits have really let them down.
To my point, that was a 12-2 hog to hog, so that's pretty close to board weight and barely moves the rock that was top button to the back four.
Yeah, it's that or
Wow.
if we pick it, might still for
If
one.
we clip this one,
I think it's
can't
still
hurt
only
us.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pick's a
Regardless, they're
shot
both
here
for
because
one, hey?
you'll never
Yeah.
give up two.
So it's just whatever is easier.
It's probably. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, it might miss it, but
If
You guys like the pick?
grease it extremely thin and somehow jam
might
it
clip that
perfectly.
other
It's only a
red.
steal of one.
right.
Go good pair. Go after it.
Boy, it's tight ice, eh?
Yeah, out turn close to the line. You should be able to back this up with the sweep.
Trying to pick the shot rock. Carrie Einarson with her last. Right now it is China sitting the one.
Yes. Yes.
Gotta go here, Burchard. Keep it off that line. Keep it off that line. Now you go. Burgess. Pick it out of there. Got it for two. Carrie Einarson. And Canada will win a third straight.
Nice ball. I like that. Great shot, skipper.
Great shot, skipper, indeed. Wow.
I thought you look at those as they back up.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that was gentle. I was like, I like it.
I was like, it's riding the center line. I think this is good.
Yeah.
I want to see the replay. All right, we went back home.
Canada wins
There we go.
a third straight. What a shot. And even they are looking forward to seeing this replay. Looking very confident through the first 2 days. Carrie Einarson and the team from Gimli make the final 9-3. Canada. Carrie Einarson and Team Canada pick up a third win. 9-3 the final over China. Looking very, very confident. Started off well with a deuce. That 3 and 5 really broke it open, and it's just the way Carrie's playing right now. 94% as she outduels her opposite number, Yu Han. The game story brought to you by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. And Kathy is with Miss 100%.
Shannon, you threw a perfect game, 100% today. How rewarding is that after a year off?
Oh, wow. I mean, I'm surprised to hear that. That's amazing. It's so great to hear, and I'm feeling great out there. The team's feeling great. We love the ice. It's great speed, great curl. Hans has done a wonderful job.
You guys are 3-0. It's the best start for the teams that you've been on at the Worlds. What do you attribute that to?
I think we're just really relying on our experience here, and not only at the World Championships, but at this facility, and being with the home crowd, it just gives you that extra energy, and having family close by. So I think that's the biggest thing. We didn't have as many nerves coming into this week, and just really tried to carry through what we did at the Scotties in Mississauga.
One game day today, one tomorrow. Does that stop the momentum, or what are you doing as a team to keep feeling like you're involved?
You know what? I think we're just going to be kind of watching the stream, but taking advantage of some rest time. And, you know, the single draw days are few and far between at the World. So that's the biggest thing to take advantage of. And then we'll come out firing again tomorrow and then hopefully just keep it rolling.
Thanks, Shannon. Congratulations on a perfect game.
Thank you so much.
Another autograph for someone who we may just see on the ice a few years from now. Congratulations, Carrie Einarson.
The 2026 BKT World Women's Curling Championship is brought to you in part by BKT Tires, growing together, by Home Hardware, locally owned, genuinely Canadian, by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue, and by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Way to go, Auntie Val. Val Sweeting, family here to cheer her around, and Canada with a win as she throws a 91% game. So 3 straight wins for the Canadians. And tomorrow it'll be against Denmark and Madeleine Dupont and her team from Copenhagen. Denmark idle this afternoon. They will play the Chinese tonight. And that's just one game tomorrow. Then we'll go into those splits Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday before winding up against Australia, who won their first ever game earlier today in their first ever appearance at a World Women's Curling Championship. So Canada with the evening off. They'll play just the one tomorrow. Make a note, we're back to our normal time of 4 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. It'll be Canada against Madeleine Dupont from Copenhagen in her 17th appearance at the Worlds. Last year going 5-7. That's when we join you again. And then we're into those dreaded splits for 3 days, morning and evening. Canada picks up a 3rd straight win over the Chinese and look very impressive doing it as they throw a 94% game as a team. So till we talk with you again tomorrow afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern time, thank you for joining us here on Canada's sports leader, TSN.